Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Wednesday Minecraft stream with Josh, our lead builder who is the best at Minecraft and will be telling us everything we need to do. Alright, Josh, well, you're the expert. What is on the docket for today? No. I said we did the villa. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, sure, we could just do regular houses. Well, that would be part of doing the houses, wouldn't it? Stupid. Or is episode 12? Episode 12 is in production currently. We actually just got our lines done with Prince Vegeta and Lord Vok, who voices Hit. Tomorrow I'm doing the Monarcha lines with Anna, so... Good shit, thank you. I think it's alright. Decent shit, I would say. Sorry, you want to be stuffed? Ah, so you want to be stuffed, huh, you little freak. Y'all are hilarious about doing too much? You think I'm not doing too much? Yeah, I think I'm doing a lot. Oh, you're in it? Where are you? Ah, there you are, you little... Oh, God, look at this. Look at this skin. You gotta kill him. Alright, come have a look at the villa. Quiet homo. Us. Me and you together is like a couple. Feel like every abridged take on YouTube tries way too hard to be funny, and yours videos just come off so naturally. That takes a lot of effort. I know exactly what you mean, and I do agree. A lot of abridged works they're not as planned out as mine. You know, I worked on mine for about a year before the first episode came out. You know, just working on the plotting and characterization and everything. I had a really lovely comment yesterday, actually, that I had to get rid of it because it was calling to violence towards some of the actors who, you know, it's not very nice. But it basically said, you need to learn how to take constructive criticism. You've had 11 episodes and you're still a shit TFS clone. It's like, I deliberately try to be nothing like TFS, you know? I've always said their whole shtick is that they're, like, very funny, even at the sacrifice of, like, characterization. And mine is that characterization always comes first. The planning clearly worked. Thank you. Yeah, I try my best. I try my best for people like you. Handsome, handsome viewers. Yeah, it's what I don't get, right? Like, we really are nothing like Team 4 Star. I don't know where this is coming from. Josh, could you go look at the design pattern of the other part of this I've already made, instead of just putting the wrong blocks down? You want some of these, and you want them to be one step in. Yeah, I mean, you know, people have this, like, idea of what an abridge should be in their head, but at the end of the day, abridging a piece of work is just like shortening the original material. It's not the right block either. What are you doing? It's just these. Like, go look. Come here, come here. Come here. No, down here. This... I gotta think about how we're gonna actually, like, go downwards. I think if I just sort of sketch out the path, we can have a bit that goes down at the end here. Oh my god, is that Michael again? Is Michael back? It's Michael! With 10 US dollars, thank you so much. Hello, Kinkai. Just wanted to say hello, and I enjoy your latest abridge. Keep it up. I didn't put you in the special thanks. I'm mad. I knew I forgot something. Josh, make a note. Put Michael in the special thanks of episode 12 twice. Okay. The only similarity y'all deadass have is being an abridged series of DBZ. Now, I can see other similarities. You know, it is both. They're both abridged, obviously, and so there's going to be comparisons, and that's fine. It's just that, like, I get mad on behalf of the people who are, you know, being so wrong, because it's like, do you like, someone will comment and they'll be like, oh, this guy's just copying TFS. It's like, do you really actually think, like, are you that thick? I feel bad for you. You shouldn't be that stupid. If you think how I make stuff and how TFS makes stuff is, like, that similar, go watch Starfleet Academy, bro. I think it's going to be right up your alley. I try not to be mean. Yeah, I think it's okay. No, it's the problem is it's not that people are dumber. It's that the internet has allowed more, you know, midwits to show up everywhere who obviously occupy the majority of people. And everyone now, it used to be that, like, nah, dude, you're like a medieval peasant. And so, of course you don't know anything. You're a medieval peasant. And now, Josh, why have you filled them out all the fucking way? Just copy the design. That's all you need to do. It's one shallower man. Yeah, also knock out the dirt blocks so that it's all uniform as well. Just on the exposed ones. I'll do like a courtyard here, I think. Just like a raised one, maybe some benches. But yeah, it's really, it's disappointing. And there's a lot of people as well, and people do it, and they do it in a nice way as well, that's just as disappointing, where they're like, wow, you know, you guys tried to be TFS, and I think you're doing a great job at being TFS's successors. It's like, I am not Toyotaro, man. I'm not trying to, like, be the next TFS. I'm doing my own thing. Like, I have this curse that I really like Dragon Ball and wanted to work on a Dragon Ball thing. Like, I'm not, like, TFS's stuff is good, but I'm not super into it. I watched it when it came out, and I watched it once more since. You know, it's good. They made great stuff, but, like, you know, it's not like I'm religiously addicted to it or anything. It's just, it's okay. And people, you know, assume that I'm some, like, diehard TFS fan wannabe, and it's like, no, I just think they're alright. It's not that deep. Sorry for the spam, I've just been on my solo grind, haven't really talked to anyone in weeks other than at work, so thank you for reading chat, man. It's all good. It's what the Minecraft streams are here for, really. They're a lot more chill than the ones I do on Thursdays, where there's a lot of people, you know, there's me, Ben, GP and Finn, and we're all talking and focus on the game, and GP saying, like, weird stuff, and we all make fun of him for it. This one is a lot more for, like, hey, we're just gonna build some stuff, and it gives me plenty of time to stop and read chat. And I think it's good as a creator to share your perspective as well. I think it's really healthy. Yeah, this should be fine if I bring this over this way. Yeah, like this. Bring it in. I'd probably extend it out one more. Yeah, like that. And then maybe do one more out this way. One more. All good to keep making good content. That's all that matters to me. I get that, but I care about giving people the proper crediting. Like I'm not gonna lie. The money from the Christmas stream between you, Achilles, and Mystic Bulbasaur, I would have had to have taken up a third job by now if it wasn't for that. Right now, I'm working as an editor for a different YouTube channel, and so it's going to slow things down a bit, unfortunately. But I just can't afford just what I've been making off of the Patreon, because that's at like $100 a month, which obviously that's not going to keep me alive. And I run a D&D campaign, which technically is another job, but that's another like 20, just shy of another 100 a month. So I'm making like 200 a month, and then I also do like art and music and voice acting commission work, and so between the three of them, I'm able to pay the bills. And now I have to, well, just barely, and it's not been going too great recently with voice acting work. It's kind of dried up a lot. So I've ended up taking on an editing job for another YouTube channel as well, and I would have had to have taken on even more if it hadn't have been for you and everyone else over the Christmas period. So I am incredibly grateful for that. Literally watch the fight with Goku and Beerus and tell me if Goku is the same Goku from TFS. Yeah, it's there are similarities, but that's because I have a clearer the goal, as I've said many times. The goal with Dragon Ball Super Abridged is I want Goku to start off as his worst official interpretation. Bad dad, stupid idiot. Doesn't care about other people really. I mean, you got to remember, in Super, Goku is responsible for the trillions of lives lost in the Tournament of Power. And so, because he suggests the idea to Zeno, and obviously he doesn't fully understand, the consequences of those actions, but that's just it, right? Goku isn't that dumb, and so I want to take him and justify it in a way that's like, my Goku isn't stupid. He's not the brightest ever, but his problem is that he doesn't think things through because he doesn't care to. He's become so apathetic due to the Dragon Balls eliminating all consequences out of life. Everyone has an opinion, but that doesn't mean everyone is right. Well, there's a difference between something being just what you feel about it and what is objectively true. In my opinion, Kingdom Hearts is a great game, and I really love it. But objectively, it's very poor on the writing side. That's just a provable, demonstrable fact, And so, some people feel like, okay, well, this is an abridged, and it's a comedy-based Dragon Ball parody, and it has the same format, so it must be the same thing. Whereas it's not. They are, don't get me wrong, they are similar. They're absolutely similar, but they're not the same thing. Goku is a deep character compared to TFS Goku, no harm either. But your take on Goku being a cynical, empty guy looking for the next threat to just feel something for the first time in ages, peaked appeals. I based it off of one of my favorite works, which is One Punch Man, which I know gets a lot of shit lately for the animation, but the manga is still fantastic, And this idea that, you can get so strong that... And this is something that Roshi warned him about way back in the original run of Dragon Ball, where he pretends to be Jackie Chun so that he can fight Goku in the tournament to humble him and remind him, you always keep going. The training never stops. The growing never stops. Only death is the final actual ending, And now Goku has surpassed death. He can just wish himself back as many times as he needs to, and as many times as he wants. He can make himself immortal, unaging, you know, which I don't know why Bulma hasn't thought of that yet. She just keeps making herself 5 years younger, but you can cut out the middleman and just not age. But you know, for someone like that, yeah, what would that do to them? And then obviously I've changed some of the lore of the Buu saga, which we're working on a special episode called History of Goku, which is going to cover what I've changed about the Cell saga and the Buu saga. So it's going to be those two whole arcs rolled into one big, huge video. That I've got my good friend Anna working on. That's like his project. And so that's going to explain the lore differences that I've created, which should also add some separation from TFS. So I also want to cover like how Buu destroyed the Earth and then they just wish it back, and that never really gets addressed again. But you know, I've had that repeatedly come up, where it's like, you know, Goten, he's very traumatized by it. He doesn't remember it because he had his memories wiped, but there's still something off about it, and then he gets told by Goku and he doesn't take it very well, and then, you know, next time they have to reverse the Earth getting destroyed, Goku deliberately, because obviously it's a time rewind, he tells them what happened. He's like, yeah, I told everyone, you know, I told them that the Earth got destroyed by Frieza and that we messed up and had to rewind and redo it. And this is right after Goten and Trunks had that conversation where Goten's like, I'm just worried that Dad's gonna get the whole world blown up, and Trunks is like, nah, he wouldn't do that. And then it happens. It confirms, like, what Goten is so scared of. And so, yeah, you kind of end up with, like, how these characters are acting because of things that I've changed in the past, and I wanted to just imply at. Because what I really wanted is people to engage with it like, oh, I wonder what happened, I wonder what changed. And instead, most of what I've gotten is people going, that's not what happened! So I was like, I wrote History of Goku because I'm like, alright, well, you gotta lead some people by the hand, I guess. But I'm still gonna make it as entertaining as possible. And obviously, like, it's also going to be a lot more lighthearted and funny at the start because it's pre-bad things happening Goku. What you trying to build? We're building a ancient Greek city. I hear the accent, so I assume you aren't from the States. Where is home for you, brother? I mean, I could sound like I'm from the States if you want me to. Just so if it makes you feel more comfortable. You know, it's a little bit Californian. I'm from England. I'm from the southern side mostly. I've traveled around quite a lot though, so I have a bit of a hodgepodge mix of accents. But, you know, right now I'm living near Manchester, who they do not sound like me around here. It's really funny. I go to the shops and I'm like, hello, I would like to buy a can of Coke, please. And they go, a can of Coke! That's more Liverpudlian, I suppose. Well, I live near Liverpool is closer. And they're like, you know, hey, gonna get a can of Coke, mate? And Yorkshire's not too far away, and they're like, help me, ducky, gone daffy duck bucky place, like. And speak an alien language to me. It is, it means library. Yeah, get dunked on. I did get a bit competitive that day with the donations, didn't I? Well, I encouraged it, to be fair. Also, now that we've gotten to it, thank you, Zach Ridge, for the $5. Can't donate much, but I really appreciate this deep take on Goku, man. Lamau, it's genius. That's fine. You don't need to donate anything. Don't worry. Only give to me what you can spare. That's what I say to everybody. There's a reason why I don't paywall stuff. I don't paywall stuff on the Patreon, you know? Because I want people to have access to all of the stuff that I make. You know, just the moment it's done, I give it to you, you know? And so, you know, because a lot of things, I mean, the subscription services and live services and, you know, oh, roll to get a skin in a game. And like, there's so many aggressive and miserable, you know, marketing and financial strategies that companies and the entertainment industry itself uses. I do not want to be a part of that. I want people to pay for what they want to watch, and I want them to pay how much they want to pay, you know? This is a project of love and passion for me. A lot of people think I hate Goku because I made him such a dumbass at the start because they didn't watch through to episode 4, which is where the rug gets swept out from under you. I get that. I do not hate Goku. I fucking love Goku. I love Dragon Ball. It is one of my favorite franchises, but I also recognize how deeply flawed it is and how much worse it got the longer it went on. And my way of expressing my love to it is to do everything I can to make a good quality version of it that is interesting and compelling and reminds us of why these characters mean so much to us, you know? I never try and tear characters down. Unless it's for the purpose of bringing them back to their roots and showing what makes them special. Even a character like Tien. The only exception is Yamcha. He's getting no lines. Fuck Yamcha. Let's see. I'm watching that arc in the OG Dragon Ball right now, and that's why I love your take on Goku. Roshi deadass warned Goku about this, and I think of this as an alternate reality, maybe. Hey, take it however you want. For me, it's just like, you know, everything up until the Cell Saga went pretty much the same, and then Cell Saga and beyond, it was like, you know, things changed a bit. Yeah, what's up? I don't know. No, the stream isn't. Yeah, well, no, tabbed out. The stream is not frozen, however, we're good. Let me put some of these down. Huh? What was that? Josh? Oh. He's just not answering me, man. What's wrong? Oh, yeah, because you're an AI waifu, right? Should you have been a girl? Is that what you're saying? You'd be a gaifu. Alright, bigot. Or like someone big. Tall guy. I don't think I know that one. Let's see. Bulma's the type of person to have a Diet Pepsi to convince herself she's being healthy. Don't call me out like that. Is Goten gonna be Goku Black? Listen. Everyone's always no. We don't put more. No. Oh my god, you've gotten rid of all the dirt. There we go. Goku Black is gonna be Goten. Like, it's crazy, man. I wouldn't. A lot of people have been theorizing this because I've you know, hinted at it and almost outright said it a few times, and I just don't get where it comes from. Like, can't a kid just be depressed and want to murder his entire family? Like, you know. Yeah. Everybody wants to kill their family at least once. I think I should. Oh, God. No. No. We don't do that. I just put the stairs back in. Oh, so it's confirmed? No! No! I haven't excruciatingly been, you know, writing out the entire thing for, like, you know, a very, very long time and plotting it all out. No, I wouldn't. Not me, no sir. Yeah, it kind of has to be. Because we need the safety barrier so people don't fall over. Yes, and your bottom's filled out enough already, okay? Handsome. Need to lay off the pastries, bro. You got me acting up. Please, I have a girlfriend, and I'm about to have a second one. Needs to have a good, healthy ass. Oh, I know, probably, like, quartz. Yeah. I'm using quartz stairs, not smooth. I don't know which one you're using. I like eating cucumbera. Oh. Cucumbers. Okay, that's what I figured you were saying. Kai, I love you, bro. I love you too, random citizen! When this is all said and done, you need to write an anime plot and pitch it to a studio. Stupendous writing. I actually am working on a book that has a very anime plot. Um, I got too much other stuff I need to work on. Like, I was writing that when I had just the series going, but now I've got too many other jobs. Yeah, okay. Sounds like a plan. It's called I've Been Isekai'd Against My Will. I could read a little bit of it on stream, I guess. But, the premise is that the protagonist, he dies, he's hit by the anime bus, you know, that gets all of them. And he meets God. And it turns out God is a big D&D nerd. And so he's made this fantasy world, and he really, really wants the protagonist to, like, have the isekai experience and, like, see his cool fantasy world. He's like, you see, you died because you were kind. You jumped out in front of a bus to save a little girl, right? Whenever anyone does this, you know, I plan, like God says, I plan things out based on what I expect humans to do. When they are selfless to the point of self-destruction, that is something that I simply cannot predict when it will happen, because it's a moment of human inspiration. So when this happens, I let them go to my fantasy world where they get to pick a superpower. And if you die there, then you go to heaven. You know? And the guy's like, can I just go to heaven instead? And he's like, no. No, you have to go see my fucking cool fantasy world, okay? I'm gonna tell you about my fantasy world! Because God is a relatable character in this. Just want to tell you about my series! And so this protagonist, he says, all right, well, I'd like to choose immortality. So I can let you live forever, but you're not indestructible. He's like, yeah, sure, okay, so I don't age. So yeah, you still need to eat and drink. Okay, cool. And then, you know, God's like, all right, cool, pick a class. And he's like, this really is just fucking D&D, isn't it? And God's like, all right, it might be a little bit, but like, shut up. And so he's like, okay, I want to do swords and magic, so like a battle mage. And God's like, oh, okay, yeah, good pick, good pick. And so, yeah, and so he picks battle mage, and so he can learn magic and also learn sword skills. This is all sandstone. There we go. And then we want... yeah, sure. And I'll put these down on these corners. So the protagonist, he goes to, who's the protagonist fighting? So there are lots of different creatures. You got your slimes, you've got your skeletons, you know, all of the generic ones. And then you've got some that are my own inventions, like Carfiends, which are immune to physical damage. So you need magic to stop them. You know, just lots of like generic sort of stuff. And he wants to avoid all of this. You know, he's not interested in this. He appears in this world and he's like, okay, well, this is like a medieval fantasy world. I'm going to go to, like, there's a village I can see in the distance. So he goes there, he goes up to the mayor and he's like, what is the literacy rate like here? And the mayor's like, well, most people can't read. You know, there's no school or anything. It's a small little town. He's like, I can read. Give me a job with books. And so he gets a job reading to children and teaching children how to read. And he does that for a few years and makes enough money to live comfortably. And eventually, because obviously he doesn't, you know, he doesn't have as many necessities, that being that he doesn't age, he's able to just save up money to the point where he can buy a huge plot of land out in the mountains and have a castle built there. So he has a little castle built, nothing huge, you know, just a little fortification, really far away, and he pays the contractors to not mark it down as an actual location. The only ones that know would be the mayor, since he's the ruling government, and, like, the deed is with him. Well, about 500 years go by with him living there on his own, and he starts going a little bit stir-crazy being alone up there for so long. And he, you know, eventually he runs into a phoenix. And, you know, it's this really nice, benevolent bird, and he gets along with it really well, and he loves this phoenix, and it helps him not be crazy. It turns out phoenixes have curative properties, and they feed off of mana. The way they grow, so they grow to a point, die, and then are reborn, and then their upper limit of growth goes up. So it's as immortal as he is, and it feeds off of his mana, which is now huge, because he's been practicing magic for, like, longer than any human could live. So he continues practicing magic, but he's only got basic, like, you know, magic for dummies type books, because he was in a small little shit town, you know, he had to get them ordered. This is the best he could get. These aren't... No, they are aligned, cool. And so he learns what he can about magic, but it's only basic spells. He can shoot fire, and that's it. Other people who are, like, expert wizards, they can, like, turn fire into a big fire snake that will fight for them, or create a shield out of ice, you know, that sort of thing. All he can do is shoot fire, but he shoots it the strongest. And so he, after 500 years, some people are, like, logging and chopping down trees at the border of the forest down in the valley near him, and he goes to tell them to stop, and they're like, well, this place is owned by the kingdom of whatever, you know, I can't remember the name I put down. And so he goes, like, okay, well, I'm gonna go, like, where's the town of Brackenvale? Like, I remember that one. It's like, town, that's a city. So 500 years have passed. So he's like, okay, could you give me a lift to the city then, and I'll sort this out. He goes there. It turns out that town he was in before is now the capital city of a massive kingdom, and there was a lot of, like, civil war and infighting, and now this place is, like, split up into different kingdoms with different, you know, theologies and different ideologies, and he's like, I don't want any part of this, because he got hit by a bus, and he's had a traumatic response to it. He nearly gets killed by a Carfiend near the start of the story, and so he is terrified of dying. So he's been spending all this time getting as powerful as possible with swords, of magic, you know, just living in his castle. He's been afraid to go exploring. And now they're chopping down his forest. Well, that's going to leave his castle exposed. So he needs to now venture out of his comfort zone and go and investigate. And he runs into a trainee, mage lady, who, a Carfiend, no, it's Khar, Car. And yeah, he meets up with her. She helps him get in despite not having a modern passport and only using ancient 500-year-old coins, because she has a very rare ability to see mana, so she can see that this guy is one of the strongest magical entities she's ever looked at. You know, even stronger than the archmages that she's training to join. And she does a bit of a Genos and begs him, like, you please train me. And he's like, I can't train you. I only know basic, like, fire magic. And, you know, the two of them get embroiled in, like, you know, people find out how strong he is, and then they want to kill him. And, you know, eventually he finds out that he'd heard about some demon lord thing, right? Really generic anime plot. There's a demon lord. And he was like, well, I'm not fucking touching that. I'm gonna go live in my castle. See ya. Well, it turns out a different hero that he met when he was first arrived in this world, he went off and actually did defeat the Demon King. And he has since been famous, died, and been forgotten. He's got a statue in the city, and it's like in a little old abandoned park in a corner of the town, and no one really remembers who he is. It's like, yeah, he's some hero that like saved the world once or something. I don't know. And the protagonist remembers this guy, and the protagonist, he hasn't mentioned his name. The book doesn't mention his name at all, you know, the entire time. And so when the mage girl is like, so what's your name? He's like, hey, it's fuck, I can't remember because it's been 500 years and he's not spoken to another person. He's only spoken to this phoenix who can't speak back. So he decides to give her the name of this hero guy that he admired. This hero saved his life and went on to defeat the demon and whatever. And he's like, well, I can at least help his name live on. And then eventually he, you know, the kingdom is like, okay, we will give you, you know, full ownership of your land again if you defeat this demon. This demon king. So he goes off on an adventure to defeat this demon king with this mage girl who, while she's not as powerful as him, knows like thousands of spells, and he knows shoot big fire. And he has to, yeah, he knows fireball and that's it. And so he has to learn how to control his magic rather than just being the strongest. And he finds it nearly impossible because he's just gotten into so many bad habits. Like, imagine if you only learn one chord on a guitar, and you play it perfectly, but okay, now learn another one after playing that one chord for 500 years. So he's Megumin? I'm not really sure who this is. Who Megumin is. You mean the guy from JJK? No, he doesn't run out of mana, but I've not seen that. I've not seen Konosuba. Okay. I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. Absolutely, that tends to be the case. But yeah, so they go off. Turns out this demon lord, I'm planning on having him be another player who picked necromancy. So, you know, he gets killed by heroes and then he just resurrects himself. And he's got like an army of, you know, undead skeletons and zombies and that. And him and the protagonist are kind of like similar in that they both wanted to evade dying again. The difference is that like this guy wants to avoid any, you know, suffering by taking over the world, and the protagonist wants to avoid it by just living in a castle on his own in peace and quiet, you know? So they're both people chosen by God, and then they have to fight. Yeah, I do kind of like the idea of like it's like okay, I'm gonna teach you a basic light spell. It's completely harmless. He blinds everyone. Yeah, he blinds everyone around him for a week. It's like I didn't know that could be cast that strong. Like there's a vampire lord who's like I am a vampire lord. It's like, ah, dude, I know how to deal with this guy. And he starts casting basic light. And it's like, that's basic light that's not going to kill me. And it's so powerful. It's sunlight levels of light, so he dies instantly. He creates, like, a light spell, but he, like, tubes his hands, and it turns into a deadly laser. Does this fantasy world have a name? I don't have a name for the entire world yet, like the quote unquote planet. Because it's a creation of God, he decided not to give it like regular physics and rules. So instead, it's like a Minecraft world. It's all just one big plane, you know. Um, I do have a name for the kingdom. I've got all of this stuff written down somewhere. I haven't touched it in about 4 months because I've been working on Super Abridged exclusively. Yeah. Yeah. I covered my bases on this because language should develop to the point of being damn near unrecognizable. God has given him a universal translator. So anything he says sounds, yeah, whatever he says sounds normal to anyone hearing it, no matter what language they speak. And later on, when he's talking to a different kingdom that don't speak the same language, they go through a lot of effort to get a translator, and they have this translator now who's fucking useless, and so they just get rid of them. They're like a whole character. They've got like a whole arc. It's like, I must go to this kingdom because I wish to see my father, the king, again. It's like, oh, they actually understand me. Yeah, good luck with your thing though. But see, yeah. No, because they have. I've made it so they have really specific incantations, and so people can tell. And this is kind of how he gets to win when he shouldn't, when people are more complex than him. Because he's like, yeah, I'm gonna cast my magic now, and they're like, huh, he's just casting like basic fire magic. No, it's got to be more complex than that. I will let this spell hit me because I can take a basic fucking fire spell so that I can block whatever comes next. He's going to just do a big fireball and that's going to be distracting, and then I block the real spell that comes afterwards. And then they get fucking incinerated and they're gone forever. Nerf this. I should go there. It would just be... Yeah, he could just make it as big as he wants. Yeah. Well, the other thing, right, is that, like, he, all of his experience is not practical. So it's like, I mean, I'm really powerful, but if I come up against a swordsman who is a good swordsman, I'm going to die. Because, like, I know the concept, I have powerful skills, but I haven't actually been in a fight. What are you doing? What do you think? No, that's a good idea. It's funny. Your Honor. Teehee. How could you say this? Yeah, you like it. No! No! To here. I think... No, not quite. It's there. So I need to do it around this way. Could you put a grass block in there? Oh no, there are people upstairs making a lot of noise. I'm glad that you thought it was a real anime, though, Spud. And yes, it is a conceptual IP. I've been working on it. I've gotten, I think, 5 chapters complete. Yeah, go for it. It's more that he's a fantasy fan, not a D&D fan. I wouldn't just lift, copyrighted spells. I think these are Acacia. Didn't ask. There we go. Yeah, now we pull the grass back. Look out, guys. There's a homo in this game now. It's Billy. Spells can be copyrighted. I don't know. I haven't actually looked into it, but I wouldn't want to annoy Wizards of the Coast because they can be a bit trigger happy. Good night, Kai. Hope the Greek city turns out great. Have a good one. I'll be working on it every Wednesday, and thank you, Michael, for the $20. That's really kind of you. Yeah, I love my chat. You hear that, chat? I love you. You're so handsome. Wheeze, give chat a little kiss. little. Wheeze, kill the gay boy. Not because he's gay, of course. I'm not bigoted. Your bald head gave me reason. I'm not bald? You think I'm on the Norwood scale? Well, we need this path to go down and around and connect to this one over here. And I was going to wait for you to join so that you can decorate them a little bit more if you so wish. I'm thinking of maybe stairs coming off of, like, this bit. So, you know, putting a bit of, like, this on here. It should probably be a bit wider if I go like this. Please delete his subscribers. Oh, dude, it's perfect. Yeah, that lines up with this. That needs one more. Oh, these should not be that. There we go. That can go down here and then lead into the village, which will be here, so that's good. We're going to improve it. Alright, there's a difference. The ship of Theseus. It's going to be the same village, it just has none of the original components. No, it's still same people, I'm not going to get rid of those. I mean, look, I agree with you, right? But you can't say that. Anyways, just did a shot of NyQuil and did a workout. Sleepy EP time. Oh, I hope you have a good sleepy EP. You take care. No! You're a fucking monster sometimes, you know that? I printed the monster inside of my pants. Get along with the white girls just playing Just Dance. Gonna sell you a Ford F-150. You'll never get bored because they're nifty. When they suck another man. That boy, a real man, takes it well up the butt. How I am? I'm doing pretty good, thanks. It's Simon Lovrovic, our good friend. Of the what? The story facts? Yes, it's Gundam. Yes, yeah, that's him. Yo, Billy, this looks nice. Yeah, you copy the design over there. That's wait, was this you? This was you? Oh, this looks lovely. Thank you. What are you building? Right now we're building pathways to get up the mountain. We finished this nice villa, which is going to be our home base. It's got a nice open plan courtyard here with some water. And a nice lounger here. And it's also got some books, a little bedroom, and this really lovely balcony. Mount Olympus, that's going to be up there, all the way up there. So no Olympus just yet. Get rid of these. Yep. I'll come look in a sec. It looks historically accurate. Ah, nice. Yeah, I did my best. got done with kendo practice and you're tired? Dude, I do HEMA. Now what in God's green earth is going on here, boy? I made it so that it could be 5 wide. Because otherwise that looks a little bit odd. A lot of what I've seen is that there's very, very wide roads in the nicer areas. Oh, I don't know if you saw it, Gundam, but I made this little sort of area here with these this staircase as well, which I quite like. Okay, yeah, I'd still just make it 1 wider. Let me go from here out to... Yes! They do so like their statues. This is chiseled. I worry you might be overdoing it a little bit, Josh. Oh, the gold's fine. It's just like, I think leave it like that, you know? The vines are fine. Put some vines along the interior wall as well, I think. Yeah, just on the inside bits. We're going to want a Colosseum as well. Yo, nice tits, love. Can I Colosseum? I feel like the Colosseum should be like out here where it's big and open. No Colosseum, that's a Roman thing. They didn't have any, like, not even an arena. Make a theatre. Ah, it's the half one. But what if I just made one anyway? Josh, stop overdoing it. What did I just say? Oh, they'll grow themselves. You don't need to worry about that. Yeah, look at these ones over here. Or you could not. See? I like to stare. Mm. That's pretty good. I agree. I think I might put some deep slate in this. Yeah, hopefully. It gives it a bit of texture and colour. Because they're so thin, they don't get in the way. You big dump truck ass, boy. Yeah, so I might end up doing a little bit of mixing where I shouldn't, just for the sake of having more diversity in buildings. But that would purely be for the aesthetic of it, not for the historical accuracy, so I hope you can forgive me. Yeah, dude, they'd put shadows on the wall to gaslight people. It was hilarious. Dude, you know Billy's chuckling at that one, even though we can't hear him. Yeah, well, that's because you're in the cave, brother. Oh, man, I'm really thirsty. I wish I had a drink. I think I might put one of these here just because it's extended so far out. Stop adding stuff! What's it called? Do you fucking mind? There we go. I think I might need to raise it. Oh, pillar. Yeah, like this. What's your idea? but that's a pillar. Where is the water coming from? If you want to do a fountain, I think we could have a fountain coming out the wall here. So if I take this area, and then yep. No. What? Why are you always fiddling with stuff I'm building instead of building stuff? Like, I put that there for a very good reason. Don't just build into it. You could be out building townhouses right now, you know? Yeah, there we go. Oh, that reminds me, where's my house? It's right in there, buddy. Enjoy. There we go. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you have a little source of clean drinking water so you can crawl out and, you know, sup at the nectar of life. Oh, yeah, look at that. That looks pretty cool so far. As for me, I am going to go to the bathroom and then I might actually run to the shops and get myself a bottle of drink. Probably a bottle of Coke. So this complex kind of reminds me of the Sanctuary of Delphi because the whole waterfall thing. Before the Greeks went into the sanctuary itself, they had to wash into that holy water. Ooh, yeah. I like the white marble, the kind of reddish granite, and the water together. I think it creates a really nice aesthetic. I'll leave the camera here so you can observe Billy as he works, and I'll be back shortly. I'm back. Let's see. There's a lot of chat. Greek culture actually came to Italy much before Rome was founded. And at the time, Etrurians were living in the area. I should not have jogged. So when Greeks and Etrurians eventually got into conflict, Etrurians took a lot of Greek culture stuff for themselves as an inspiration and made Greek-like temples and buildings. So when Greeks and Etrurians eventually got into contact, Etrurians took a lot of Greek culture stuff for themselves. Wait, didn't I just read this? Yeah, I did. Got sent twice. Which eventually got to Rome when Rome defeated the Etrurians, and Etrurians were the ones that invented gladiator fights. Oh, by the way, what kind of pillars are you making? There are 3 types that Greek used to make their pillars. Well, it's Minecraft, so... No, I'm out of breath. I ran. I've been trying to get back into shape, so I've been jogging a lot more lately. And I'm not yet in shape. Oh. But I'm getting there. How's this looking? That's a nice staircase. We put a statue in the middle, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna... Oh, this is 1 too wide, I think. Yeah, it is. A statue of Nike. I do love trainers. She's the goddess of victory and often paired with Athena. Yes. I do know that. I do know who all the gods are. I need stairs. And this can be our main street. That's 1 too high. Game villains are so evil. Wowzer. Got Sephiroth and GLaDOS and Bowser, Robotnik and Ganon. Jesus, I don't know. That I was just possessed by the spirit of Fatfinger for a minute there. Yeah, what's up? That is a little house. I really don't like how this glass pane leaves a gap. Or that there's glass. But I like this little area out here. Yeah, they like sort of open air stuff. Shutters, yeah, kind of like what I did with the villa. It's pretty nice. It's rotated wrong because the main street is here. Though I guess this could be an offshoot street. It's also one block too low. Well, actually no, I can lower the I can lower this. Nah, that's okay. I'll just lower this. Up your... No, I'm joking. Yeah, that is a nice little workshop, isn't it? Oh, whoops, no, I don't want to do that. Also, is it not obvious where the door should go based on where I'm building the road? Yes. It's also really small. Yeah, it looks nice. Let's get Zama jumper off. We already have a fountain. I don't think a brazier would work in the middle. I think statue in the middle is best. So honestly, we don't need any more space than that. My biggest problem... originally it was one wide. No, make it two wide. Two wide is good. And then we put the statue in the middle. Yeah. I think we build another big house here. Another villa of some sort, maybe. Oh, wrong button. Can I not plant a potato in a flower pot? Oh man. Where do I plant potato? Ground. Do I need hoe? I did it, guys. I did it. I've planted some spuds outside the spud cave. And then the spud cave. A spud cave, back from the grave. God, I'm developing such a fucking migraine, it's horrible. Yeah, I'm starting to lose vision. No, we've only been going for like an hour and a half. I haven't been very well all day. So I think it's just... Hey, don't drop that. Catching up with me. Stop building on my road! This is where the road goes! You can have it on those blocks there, just don't build, you know, like along here. Oh yeah, I should add old Superman to the call. Oh wait, no, he's not free, is he? No. I forgot. He's got work. I can add Andrew, though. Yeah, Clark Kent, he's got work today. Andrew, I have a headache. It's getting worse. Can't see well. Need you for sick commentary. Would Well, none apparently, if Josh has anything to fucking say about it. We're doing the Minecraft stream, Andrew. I'll share screens, and you and Josh, you can commentary while I do a painkillers. I will be right back. Hello. Yes. Just need to seal up here. Yeah, nice. I gotta fill this in as well. Oh, you're playing it on your own? Ah, fair enough. Well, feel free to keep at it. Ah, you're gonna ban all of that alien porn. Oh, more alien porn. Understood. Is your Is your current queen called Amelia? It's me! I'm the King of England. For my first decree, no more Josh. That was the last sound he made before he was deleted. For my second decree, all set players must be gay. Josh, how do you vote on gay set players? No. And by picking set, they want to be gay. Yeah. Okay, you know what Josh has voted? All set players are straight. Josh likes women now. Exclusively. None. Zero. Not even one. Hello, Liz. I am unwell. I am dying. I'm sure this brings you a great sense of satisfaction. As it does to Josh. He craves my end. He craves the end of my penis. Twirling a cake made of peppermint. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Nice sticky hand, sticky peppermint. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. What a nice song. I'm sure it has no connotations. No. Straight out of the pan, sweet gingerbread man. You know what? Everybody's invited to the Greek civilization. What can I say except you're welcome for the come that I come. It's not okay to be gay, you're welcome. Josh has become illegal. Josh, what do you think about the accusations that I'm homophobic? I hope so. You think I'm based, huh? For hating the gay. But Josh, I do. Every last one of them. Even Finn. Even Andrew. Telling lies? Bro's on some woof woof right now. Bless you. Bless you again. Short steps, deep breath. Everything is alright. Step into the spotlight. She said, I'm sad, somehow without any words. I just stood there, searching for an answer. When this world is no more, the moon is all we'll see. I'll ask you to fly away with me until the stars all fall down. They empty from the sky, but I don't mind if you're with me. Everything's alright. we're gonna do a cool little bridge here that has arches. I'm thinking about putting water underneath it and flooding this area, linking it up with the ocean over there, or at the very least copying this design over the water. I think it'd be pretty neat. Could also make it an aqueduct. I suppose I could. I don't know if that was Roman or not. You'd have to ask Gundam. Oh yeah, we're gonna make a little port in a shipyard. You boys still working on this house? Oh, this is nice. Oh, look at this. Oh, you handsome, handsome boys. Look at you. Yeah! Just a trio of set players out here, liking men. Damn. It's okay, a new one was born. Based. Very based. It didn't work, Billy. Yeah, it didn't look right at the thinner width it was at. I think I take out these interior pillars. Oh, I'm so clumsy, guys. I'm so fucking clumsy. I'm such a dumb bitch. Yeah. It's a bad word after all. Shut up, idiot. As a history student, I must be a pretty fun and most annoying person on the planet. I don't find you annoying. Ultimately, if I don't like something, even though it is historically accurate, or something I want to do isn't, it's fucking Minecraft, man. I'm gonna do it. I'm still probably gonna build a Colosseum. Pros and cons of building a Colosseum. Cons. Historical accuracy. Pros. Colosseum. Yeah, see, it's not even close. Honestly, it's not my fault, right? It's the Greeks' fault for not building a fucking Colosseum. Like, that's on them. Yeah, when they enslaved my people, they really knew what they were doing. And you know what? I return the favor to Josh's people. If you want to keep them in line, don't let them near target. They did make a hippodrome, a Colosseum, but wider. Hang on a minute. We've discovered new law that changes everything. I like this roof, but Josh, imagine this roof rotated 90 degrees. He's good at that. The problem with making a hippodrome is that you can't make the Colosseum joke about boobies. I don't like how plain this wall is. Get this fucking... These fucking crops out of here. What are you, trying to feed the poor? More like, die, you whore. Finally, the recognition I deserve. If I could just kill everyone that didn't think I was funny, I'd become the most famous Twitch streamer. I think if you kill that many people anyway, you just become a very famous Twitch streamer. Well, a lot of people don't think I'm funny. I don't think people realize that we could absolutely build the pyramids today. God, I'd love to stalk Cleopatra and give her my pyramid. Could you imagine, like, thousands of years into the future, you know, some dude is talking about fucking you even to this day? We can, but should we? Yeah, I'm gonna die one day. I need a good burial tomb. Pyramid wouldn't be my first pick, but it'll do. By the way, did all the villagers in this village die out? Where'd they go? Why? Ah. We're building much worse things right now without asking that proper question, so yeah, fuck it, we ballin'. Build Kai a pyramid. Why? So we get a cool pyramid. Dude, you could put a bunch of, like, funny traps in there. And it could be, like, a nice tourist spot, you know? Even in death, I will bring prosperity to my kingdom. Get a bunch of people to dress up as me and jump out and scare people. Just dressed up as my profile picture, not me. Josh, why is there a gross overabundance of lanterns over here now? On the bridge to the villa. And that design is for corners. I will do a different one for not corners. The guy who owns it. It's the best assumption I've got. Yo, there's a guy. Can you name villages with name tags? Excellent news. It's fine, it's all the same. There we go. Oh, I fucking... Why is a homunculus?
That's what I'm saying. That's their kid, I guess.
On three. I like how we both whipped out the netherite swords. If it's old enough to crawl, it's old enough to crawl. Let's go! Yes! Oh, no, not get on your knees! Oh my god, Mr. Get, I hope you're okay. Can we feed him, like... Shove a steak in him so he starts healing. Same as regular crops, brother. The different layout. Do we have a chimney? We should have a chimney. Chimney, chim chimney, chim chim charoo. I slept with your wife, and now I'll sleep with you. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chara. I be out here and I'm driving in my car right after. It's the remix. I need to go, dude. Just want to know how long this project will last. I do kind of want to help you in game if that be possible. It's a difficult one, right? Because I don't like having people in from the community because it sets a precedent that anyone can just kind of like jump in, and that feels really unfair because there's a lot of people like that Magic Spud guy. I don't want him around. You know, he said some very untoward comments about me. About my big fat ass. But you're more than welcome to help out from chat. The project's gonna last, I guess, till we're like either done with it or we're done with it, you know? Whichever one comes first. It's just a nice little chill thing to do. Billy has summoned the golden block. Alright. Take care, Gundam. I think we put the port like here. Yeah, it's gonna be the underworld. Yes, like Hades, yes.
No, I realized.
Maybe the port should be over here instead, where it's closer to the centralized part of town.
And when we're done building the world, we can do a Minecraft ARG.
Ow, ow, ow. Hmm? Ooh. I like it. Who the fuck's this? It's a fucking stone golem hanging around. I mean, he's made of iron. My bad. I'm sorry, buddy. I don't remember him from the Greek tales. Oh my god, he's a slave! That's how easy it is. No, he's not interested. Either that or he's just, like, non-violent. We got to think about what we want to do along this stretch of road that's closer to the stairs. And how we want to divide up the land. Yeah, it is all rather empty at the moment. I'm going to grab Finn real quick so we can show him what we made so far. He's in the bathroom at the moment. Hurting bad. Ouch. Nah, they take a bit to kick in. I'm pretty resistant to them. That's awesome. Okay, Billy, come up here with me and we'll surveil. So I'm thinking, over this way along this river somewhere we do the dock, right? Maybe in the bit where the three rivers meet, because that's the biggest. We're gonna need some guard towers, obviously. We got the big villa there. I'm thinking about another one up there, and then on that mountain behind the villa, maybe bank, parliament. You know, the courthouse or whatever. You know, you'd have the Greek equivalent. And then residential zones. I mean, this main street, I want it to be pretty bustling. And I wouldn't mind more buildings up the mountain, you know. The temple doesn't need to be the highest point. I'm thinking of building the city all the way up the mountain there, behind the villa as well. That's what I've got so far. I'm pretty pleased so far, though. Oh, I didn't actually see any of your chat messages because I had my UI turned off. Got to do a lot of climbing for your paperwork. It's that's how Greece used to work. You'd have higher up, like more important buildings go higher up. Is there a class divide by region? Absolutely. For now, my brain is killing me, so I'm gonna grab Finn when he comes out, show him what we've got, and then I might stop. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if he's out. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to end the stream in a moment and then go to sleep. Or at least take it easy until I go to sleep. So, this is the temple to Athena. I don't know if I've shown you this yet.
I've seen the outside.
We have a nice little book here that just tells you who she is, just in case you're an idiot and you wandered in here by accident. A couple of guards.
Well, it's the temple to the goddess of wisdom. She's providing you with wisdom as to who she is.
Of course. I'm gonna put a book in here on CBT as well, just so you can be informed. Obviously, this is all still as it was.
Good use of armor stands to look like marble statues.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
And then we've got this very nice courtyard as well. If we go down the stairs, gaze out upon the kingdom.
The gays are out in the kingdom, it is
What
true.
the fuck? No!
It is ancient Greece after all.
There's the levitating furry femboy.
I don't remember that being in Greece.
It would actually fit.
It would, funnily enough. Yeah, I do believe, wolf people were, a thing in one obscure myth.
Over here we have a nice little courtyard. This is all still to be built, but we have built around this, Gives you a nice view out there. And if we do some sick parkour, Billy built this split staircase.
That's nice.
It's like, oh no, I'm going to be late to Athena studies.
Ah, my old enemy, stairs.
Yes. And then over this way we have the villa.
I'm going to be late to Athena study. Me running with baklava in my mouth while I'm trying to get my toga on after running out of my villa.
Yeah, that's me. You probably.
and then I get hit by a horse and cart and get isekai'd into modern life.
To a McDonald's job. I now have the power to flip burgers. I've got this nice little courtyard area here.
A bathhouse, nice, where we can all
it's not a bathhouse, it's a villa. It's not a fucking bath, it's a courtyard. I said it was a courtyard. You gotta get the wax out your ears, son. This turns a little bit more decoration, but we have a nice bedroom here. It's quite pleasant. And up here we have a balcony, which I fucking love this balcony.
Lovely, yeah.
You see it from the outside.
Yeah, you're not kidding, that's a furry femboy.
Yeah. There's a little
beautiful,
seating area here.
Beautiful, windows. I forgot the word. Nice use of the marble to create these windows with no panes.
This is not marble, this is quartz. It looks close enough though, doesn't it?
Is marble in the game?
Yes, but it's not useful.
Okay.
Then if we do a little flying...
Yeah, that is a Greek villa. That's very nice.
And then we're going to build something here, not sure what yet. And then I have started work on these archways. I don't know if I'm going to keep them here, but I definitely like them.
You could run an aqueduct underneath.
Yes, indeed. And then this here is the road to the house that Josh and Billy have been working on, which it's a... what is it? It's a mason's workshop.
I think the inside could do with being lowered by one level, because I believe
It needs it for this.
Okay.
And this isn't just a common house, this is a mason's workshop.
I think even public buildings had like some kind of depression in them to
Yeah,
to
well,
keep it
if it's too cramped, I'll get depression, so how about that? Don't ignore him, don't do it. Don't listen to his lies.
All you need to do is lower the floor and have a...
No, I like it tall! And this is a nice little outside area. This here, I think, is this? Yeah, this is him.
This is Jim.
No. It's a Greek man.
Get on your knees. Get on your knees.
On your knees.
on your knees. Get on your knees.
Yeah, there's also a golem over there. And that's what we've got so far, and it looks very nice when you get a look at it from a distance.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
So this is what we've got so far. And yeah, today we've mostly done this bit along here. And so we've still got to make a Colosseum, which I don't care that that's not Greek, port, build the rest of the actual town itself, and then more stuff up the mountain. Yeah, and then the underworld. So that Zagreus can escape. Right. Well, I will end the stream there then, since we've had a little tour, and Finn's given us a perfect excuse for it. So I'll see you all next week. And those of you that can make it, I will see tomorrow for Kingdom Hearts, which we're doing Kingdom Hearts tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for Kingdom Hearts. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye all.